Welcome to the Daily Intelligence Brief from IntelStor for the 16th of July, 2025. In today's top renewable energy news, France's EDF is weighing options to bring in capital to both its North American and Brazilian renewables businesses. This could include stake sales of as much as 50%. The state-owned utility was mulling a stake sale in its North American business that could fetch €2 billion. EDF's new CEO is currently seeking ways to bring in money to finance construction of 6 new nuclear reactors in France. He has said he was weighing possible asset sales. German electric utility Energie Baden-Württemberg has raised €3.1 billion through a rights issue. The funds are intended to help finance the largest investment program in its history, the company said on Tuesday. The company aims to spend €26 billion between 2025 and 2027. The company will focus on grid expansion, wind and solar development, hydrogen gas plants, as well as electric mobility infrastructure. A dispute between the government of Vietnam and renewable energy developers over subsidies is threatening to disrupt power supplies. It's a move that could hit manufacturers that have moved to the country in droves from China. Vietnam has become a critical link in global supply chains in recent years for manufacturers to hedge their operations against geopolitical risk. But the country's electricity supply has struggled to keep pace with a boom in demand, leading to blackouts and shortages. A government decision to abruptly roll back subsidies for renewable energy from January has hit power producers, cutting payments from Vietnam's state utility EVN for electricity they supply to the grid. Developers allege this is a breach of contracts signed in 2017 for a period of 20 years. The government of Uruguay has been warned that there is a lack of a defined plan to incorporate new renewable capacity into the national electricity system. Uruguay has been missing for several years without adding relevant clean energy projects, which generates concern in a context of a sustained increase in demand. Although Uruguay has a well-equipped system and has consolidated itself as a net exporter of energy, the private sector calls for concrete definitions for further progress in the energy transition. The Dutch government says it plans to scale back its plans to build wind turbines in the North Sea over the next 15 years, because earlier targets for offshore wind energy are no longer realistic. Current targets call for 50 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity by 2040. However, Climate Minister Sophie Hermans now aims for at least 30 gigawatts, with the possibility of expanding to 40 if supporting infrastructure is built. Offshore wind farms currently supply more than 18% of the electricity in the Netherlands. You can learn more about all of IntelStor's market and sales intelligence offerings at www.intelstor.com and subscribe to our channel today.